3rd and long. It's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you worked on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Past the 30. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 4th and 3.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They slot Gronkowski outright.
20.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. He's going to cut it back right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and, of course, he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He's got time in the pocket. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Taylor finding time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brady going to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a toss play to Blount. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the I. Again, here's Blunt. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And ready for 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Brady dumps it off to Lewis. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lewis, 56 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. He's got time, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jamie Collins from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So it was 4th down. They go... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point.